You seem sweet. You're maybe not. You may be salty. A lot of salt here in Salt Lake City.
There's a lot of misrepresentations of who's friends with who in this circle.
Don't wave your finger.
She hates my guts. You think you're a homewrecker?
I'm curious to know though, because we're just all being newly introduced to yourself and the cast, like what is the dynamic? How do you all know each other?
So Meredith and I were friends for almost a decade. It's been like over 8.5 years. We were set up on a friend date. And we literally, I was late. I'm like such a Sagittarius. I was like an hour late. She waited for me. She's a Sag too, which shocked me because most Saggies want to just bail. She waited for almost an hour and we hit it off. Lunch turned into dinner and we became like really great friends. Some of the other girls I just known through friends of friends. I keep seeing that people are confusing us too. They're like, they look so much alike. And I'm like, at least she's pretty.
No, everyone's gorgeous. And they do say that, right? When you spend a lot of time with someone, sometimes you start talking like them, acting like them.
And I think it makes it so much easier because I know what to expect from her.
So who is the biggest like hot stir in the group that we're gonna see?
Oh my gosh, you're gonna have to wait and see, but there's a couple of them. Like shockingly, a couple of them. I was surprised.
Because you guys are like a brand new cast, did you find it at all that some of the women maybe were trying to vie for that camera time, or was it kind of genuine, the interactions?
I think some people are just naturally emotional and lead with emotion. So you got their natural, maybe even intensified emotion. But then I think there were two in particular that would like anything for camera.
Ooh, and who are those two, Lisa? Yeah. Come on, tell me.
I think you'll figure it out really quickly.
Something that has come up online that I've got to ask you about, and I feel like we can talk about it because it was in the trailer. It's about Mary's controversial marriage. Yes. So will it be addressed at all? I saw kind of Jen took a little jab in the trailer. I mean, what do you think about it?
Jen's very direct. I think like Jen and I are both super direct. But, you know, I think for some people it's going to be like, wow. I think that's Mary's story. Mary has to really tell it because I think when you first hear it, it's like, wait, what? Who is Mary married to? And then when you really understand her story, I think people might have a different understanding or perspective of it. Mary's grandfather was step-grandfather was 20 years her senior, 20 years her grandmother's junior. And I think she has a really interesting story to tell there. And, you know, she's a feisty little church woman.
We are Jewish by heritage, Mormon by choice.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
You converted. Why did you want to convert? Why was that something important to you?
Lots of different reasons. Like, I love that I converted to the LDS church. My parents, like, were basically agnostic before the missionaries knocked on their door. My mom was always searching for God, and it just felt really natural for our family when they knocked on the door. My mom literally was like, I've been praying for you. And my dad was like, what? Two young boys, like, you know, because the two young missionaries. But it literally ended up being such an amazing thing for our family. Religion is a choice, and it's the religion we choose. And the way I go about the LDS church might be different from somebody else, but I respect it so much. And I think it's really helped me to have a totally different life. I feel like I have a better life because of the choices I made to become LDS. And my parents were strict, but they weren't constantly saying, don't do this because you're LDS. It was just like, we knew, hey, these were the guidelines, like we're all gonna live by them. And I think all of us, you know, would say that we have a much better life because we joined the LDS church. So you're going to see 6 different women with 6 different religious experiences, but they're also different.
And one of the differences for you is that you own your own tequila company, which I've seen Vita Tequila, a lot of buzz already online. What do you have to say to the people that they're just so shocked by the fact that you're Mormon and own a tequila business?
Well, I say it's my choice, and as long as I'm comfortable with my choice and owning a tequila brand, then everyone should be happy.
And speaking of businesses, so I met you at an event for Nicole and Brie Bella's hair care line, which you're in partnership with them for that, right?
Yes, and I absolutely love working with Nikki and Brie. They feel like two sisters. you know, for me working with Nikki and Brie, I love women in business and I love their work ethic. It's probably what drew me to them the most is how much they love working and giving back and inspiring. So it's just been a really natural friendship and business relationship. I absolutely love them. And it's turned out pretty amazing.
It is. I've tried the products. They're pretty great. But they're no strangers to reality TV, right? Have they given you any advice going into it?
Yes, they've given me great advice. And I think they're such a calming force too, because they've been doing it for so long. And I mean, in their respective space, they're major. And just with everything they've had to deal with, I think they handle everything so well. And I think it's just keeping calm, taking time for yourself, and then just really thinking about like what the goal is of why we're all doing what we're doing. I think that that's helpful, but they've been amazing and definitely great cheerleaders.
When did you guys film, by the way, actually?
You know, we were so lucky. We filmed from the end of November until literally the weekend before the country shut down. So we were so lucky to have wrapped. I mean, we were in Vegas the weekend before. And then all of a sudden Vegas shut down and I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening?
You guys
And
made it.
I mean, it was so amazing because we filmed, you know, through the holidays, and then we filmed during Sundance Film Festival, which is like major for Park City and for our state. And so it was so fun to have all of that captured and for people to see how dynamic Utah is. I mean, it's a different state from, like, we have the 4 seasons here and every season's so different and dynamic, but winter is unbelievable in Utah. It's so good. So I'm excited for everyone to see our snow-capped mountains.